Tani, pamitin, the quorum. So, good morning. Manuje Makwa? 6. Good morning, everybody. Today, April 1st. So, it's a Fool's Day. We have procurement activities for 6 infra project. So, we have our members of the BAC, our TWG members, from procurement unit, also our secretariat, and the IT, who is in charge on our live streaming on our YouTube channel, DPWH Lower Kalinga District Engineering Office. And of course, we have personnel from the planning and design section who prepared the program of work and plans. Likewise, we have also our prospective bidders who attend these procurement activities, and those who are following us on our live streaming on our YouTube channel, DPWH Lower Kalinga District Engineering Office. Good morning to all. So before that, may I ask our prospective bidders to introduce yourself and what company you are representing for, sir?
Elvis Tabanganay, EDT Construction and Hardware.
Thank you, sir. So, let's proceed with the contract ID 26PL0015. The organizational outcome 1, ensure safe and reliable national road system, asset preservation program, the rehabilitation, reconstruction of roads with slope collapse and landslide, tertiary roads, Bulanao Parasilis Road at KO504 plus 868 to KO504 plus 883 and KO510 plus 535 to KO510 plus 565 and KO510 plus 606 to KO510 plus 641. Location, Tabok City, Kalinga, and the approved budget for the contract, 7,220,480 pesos only. And we have a contract duration of 127 calendar days. The scope of work or the brief description, construction of 80-meter length concrete retaining wall structure, reblocking of 27-meter length by 3.35 meter width by 0.23 meter thick PCCP, construction of 65-meter length by 1.5 meter width by 0.23 meter thick shoulder PCCP, and stone masonry, and also the pipe culvert, paint, curb and gutter, and with reflectorized thermoplastic pavement. Bid opening will be on April 14, 2026. For the BOQ, here the project billboard and signboard 3H, the occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum with an ABC of 183,691.56 pesos. Traffic management, 1 lump sum. Demobilization, 1 lump sum. The removal of structure and obstruction, 1 lump sum. The removal of actual structure, the obstruction, 230 mm thick PCCP unreinforced with 90.45 square meter. The removal of actual structure obstruction, curb and gutter, 29 linear meter. The structure excavation, common soil, 1,087.38 cubic meter. Foundation fill, 37.80 cubic meter. Embankment from barrow, granular coarse material, 756.11 cubic meter. The subgrade preparation, common material, 233.10 square meter. So sub-base and base course, the aggregates sub-base course, 23.31 cubic meter. Again, the Portland cement concrete pavement, unreinforced, 230 mm thick, 14 days, 187.95 square meter. The reinforcing steel, grade 40, 16,337.60 kilograms. Reinforcing steel, grade 60, 3,755 kilograms. For the structural concrete, class A, 20.68 megapascal, 20 Ts, 266.55 cubic meter. The lean concrete, class B, 16.5 megapascal, 11.55 cubic meter. The paint, 62 square meter. So we have also the pipe culvert, 910 mm diameter, class 4 RCPC, 6 linear meter. The stone masonry, 150.45 cubic meter. Drain pipe PVC, 138 linear meter. For the reflectorized thermoplastic pavement marking, white, 4.05 square meter. The curb and gutter cast in place, 29 linear meter. That's all for the BOQ.
Sir, the reflectorized thermo kata 4 point something square meter, kita natin mobilize di ko kita machine. Ima, kapilitan ba yung ujing? Wala siya dito nagbasit nga item. Na-experience mo yun dito ba lang, di ba? Construction. Nga alam na diyan ko na waray mo napansin mo lang.
Hindi mo sinasamot lang diyan.
Ha?
Kapilitan kami sa
Existing.
section.
Existing niya.
Kalau ada terpuruk
Computation na. Okay. To have an masla minimum lang ya.
minimum requirements.
Tas la ko lang rod.
Discarding.
Data misimet ni ko ID. Apo okay. So RSP.
Yan napakaiwarin din. Yan tadi. Ang mabaliwan din. Kasi nalatan yung gubot. Rigat niya. Ha? Rigat niya. Totally mabaliwan. Feedback na dyan nga, madama kong pagsulot. Di driveway. Magaburat.
Ni Jay. So, for the information of the body, there are correction in the BOQ. We have the additional quantities on the RSB, the item 404. Tapos yung stone masonry and embankment. So, parang new embankment from Barrow, item 104T. So, it will be put on our bid bulletin. Take note of that. Before we have bid opening, would be put on our bid bulletin. So proceed with the equipment. But before that, may I ask the gentleman who just arrived to introduce yourself and what company you are representing for as a prospective bidder.
Hello, good morning. Siya ka po ni Alpine Cosagon, Chico Line Construction. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, let's proceed. The equipment, we have the load bed trailer with prime mover and self-loading truck, 1, dump truck, 4, but at least 2 on. Payloader 1, water truck 1, backhoe with breaker 1, but at least on. Motorized road grader 1, road roller 1, ngatuman. Transit mixer 1, own. Cargo truck 1. To comply with the DO, number 11, series of 2017, the minimum requirements for this materials testing equipment, take note, should be on. It was put on our documents that this should be owned by the bidder or the contractor. For the project manager, 1 year experience. Project engineer, take note also, this should be DPWH accredited. The project engineer of the contractor must be DPWH accredited to comply with the DO 169 series of 2025. 169, 189. 169? Oh. Materials engineer must be DPWH accredited. Foreman, at least 1 year experience. First aider with a photocopy of certificate of first aid training issued by the Red Cross or by any organization accredited by the same in compliance to all requirements subject to DO 241 series of 2024 on the submission of CSP approved by the HOPE District Engineer and valid first aider ID from the PNRC. The construction site safety officer with photocopy of certificate of completion on the basic OSH course issued by DOL BWC accredited safety training organizations or recognized institutions. Include contact number, address, tax identification number, machine copy of PRC and MEPE accreditation of the K personnel. Remind mga prospective bidders natin, adudag jay nagpasign ti certification of the laboratory equipment nga dati proof of purchase, but it is state on that within 60 days will be delivered by the supplier. So before this contract will be awarded, the laboratory materials equipment requirement should be at your own laboratory and checked by the QS personnel. before awarding that contract or post-qualification. Take note of that. So let's proceed to next project.
Di bidik layering security na, apay cash kanu di adadjay? Di 2% cash ko na, di bidik layering security, di ba? Di uniform. Kita nyo man basit? Cash ko na ijay?
Ita kang agpili, no kwa? Nyati mas nalaka. Ngayon mi comply. Thank you for that clarification. So, for the contract ID 26PL0016, the Convergence and Spatial Support Program, Basis Infrastructure Program, BIP, access roads and or bridges from the national road leading to major strategic public building facilities construction of Pudilan access road section at Barangay Balong, Tabok City, Kalinga, location Tabok City, Kalinga, with an ABC of 19,796,315.82 centavos. Contract duration 158 calendar days. Brief description: construction of 378 meter length by 6.10 meter width by 0.23 meter thick PCCP, 74.8 length crib wall, stone masonry, pipe culvert, and 378 meter length curb and gutter both side. Bid opening will be on April 14, 2026. So the miscellaneous surveys taking, 1 lump sum, project billboard, signboard, 3/8, occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum, with an ABC of 126,410.87 centavos. Traffic management, 1 lump sum, mobilization, demobilization, 1 lump sum. The clearing and grabbing, 1.04 hectare. Surplus common excavation, 8,873 cubic meter. Structure excavation, common soil, 808.95 cubic meter. Embankment from barrow, granular coarse material, 1,638 cubic meter. Subgrade preparation, the common material, 8,328 square meter. Aggregate subbase course, 1,561.50 cubic meter. For the Portland cement concrete pavement, unreinforced, 230 mm thick, 14 days, 2,305.80 square meter. Reinforcing steel, grade 40, 12,499 kilograms. Reinforcing steel, grade 60, 2,854 kilograms. We have the structural concrete, class A, 20.68 megapascal, 28 days, 169.31 cubic meter. Pipe culvert, 910 mm, 36 inches diameter, 80 linear meter. The stone masonry, 728.70 cubic meter. For the curb and gutter, cast in place, 756 linear meter. That's all for the BOQ. So for the equipment, again, we have here the equipment requirements: low bed trailer with prime mover or self-loading truck 1, dump truck 4 but at least 2 own, payloader 1, water truck 1, backhoe 2 but at least 1 own, motorized road grader 1, road roller 1, transit mixer 2 but at least 1 own, cargo delivery truck 1. So the same with we have here the Department Order number 11 series of 2017, the minimum requirements for the testing equipment and should be owned by the contractor. For the key personnel, we have here the project manager, at least 1 year experience, project engineer. Again, the project engineer of the contractor must be DPWH accredited. Materials engineer must be DPWH accredited. The foreman, 1 year experience. First aider with photocopy of certificate of first aid training issued by the Red Cross or by any organization accredited be the same in compliance to DOL requirements subject to Department Order 241 series of 2024 on the submission of CSP approved by the HOPE, the district engineer, and valid first aider ID from the Philippine National Red Cross. Construction site safety officer with photocopy of certificate of completion on the basic OSH course issued by DOL, PWC accredited safety training organizations or recognized institutions. Include also the contact number, address, the tax identification number, machine copy of PRC, and likewise the accreditation of both materials engineer and project engineer. For the next, we have here the contract ID 26PL0017, the organizational outcome 1, ensure safe and reliable national road system, asset preservation program, the construction, upgrading, rehabilitation of drainage along national roads, secondary roads, mountain province, boundary, Kalanan, Pinokpok, Abot Road, Kagalwan, Kalanan section, KO 474 plus 431 to KO 474 plus 437. Construction, upgrading of drainage in national, okay. Location, Tabuk City, Kalinga with an approved budget for the contract 8,046,780 pesos only. For the contract duration, we have 135 calendar days for the scope of work to be done. The construction of 13-meter length, double barrel, reinforced concrete box culvert, and 76-meter length retaining wall structure, reblocking of 9-meter length by 6.70 meter width by 0.28 meter thick PCCP. We have also the stone masonry, gabion, paint, curb and gutter, and reflectorized thermoplastic pavement. Bid opening will be on April 14, 2026. Take note for that corrected barrel, double barrel. No. Okay. Parang M202, M79. Double. Talungan. Project billboard and signboard, 3 each. Okay lang. Occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum with 199,204.61 pesos only. Traffic management, 1 lump sum na. So, return back to the BOQ, Ma'am Michelle. Or please note on that the project billboard and signboard should be 2 each. Kasi yun yung 10 meters. Ay 976 length retaining wall, 76. So project billboard and signage should be 2, not 3 each. 2 each. Okay.
The box culvert, di ba? Standard nila.
Standard yan.
Standard.
Standard.
Lawig po na ako tsura. Awan.
The GMP procure medical man nga, inikat ni Jay wing wall na.
So, baka awan kay wing wall na nila.
Data kwa double barrel adda kwa na wing wall. Da. Oh. Ti kwa na gamin ni Jay no ni silpo Jay retaining wall. Kit ikampay lang wing wall.
Di wing wall na kata baka mayalay din man. Protection.
Anyway, pa the important takit suruten ti contractor what is on the approved plan. Take note mga prospective bidders natin, nakadetalye yung mga plano. So, traffic management, 1 lump sum. Mobilization, demobilization, 1 lump sum. The removal of actual structure, obstruction, 280 mm thick, PCCP, unreinforced for intermittent reblocking, so 60.30 square meter. Or the structure excavation, common soil, 629.79 cubic meter. Subgrade preparation, common material, 72 square meter. The aggregate subbase course, 7.2 cubic meter. The PCCP or the Portland Cement Concrete Pavement and reinforced to 80 mm thick, 14 days, 60.30 square meter. The reinforcing still grade 40, 16,625.94 kilograms. For the reinforced still grade 60, 9,665.02 kilogram. Structural concrete class A, 20.68 megapascal, 28 days, 36.78 cubic meter. Lane concrete class B, 16.5 megapascal, 18.24 cubic meter. Paint, 23.02 square meter. We have the stone masonry, 38.20 cubic meter. The gabion, 1 meter by 1 meter by 2 meter, PVC coated. Take note, this is gabion, this PVC coated, 180 cubic meter. Drain pipe, PVC, 78 linear meter. For the curb and gutter, cast in place, 18 linear meter. Reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, white, 2.25 square meter.
Sabi, 2.55 square meter. Siguro.
Liter mo?
Tingin ko minimum na tikos na rin.
Ti kuha na gamin na ita, na reblock, pati di thermoplastic na ikat. Tatan, di i-construct tayo, dapat isubrito yung met na di thermoplastic. Ngem ti question, basit lang nga amount. So let it be nga ka-stand up no. Siyempre, naputed yung thermoplastic, tan inikat to yung rod, dapat isubrito tap no misil po yung dati nga da thermoplastic na. To turn over the project with complete. Okay. Yan no, Ma'am Lisel. Okay, sir.
As agreed during the pre-proc, adang jay suggestion yung on the upstream ag-construct tayo ti kas lang lock na. So there is an additional item of work which is grouted riprap, sir.
Ay di kaslay
Grouted.
key.
Yes, sir.
Makuha na di embankment.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. Jay no retaining wall ngay kit nakatiwangwang so nga inikan dati grouted. when grouted the
Kalinga Kribula kami na.
Mm. So thank you for that uh, additional item to protect the embankment of our retaining wall. So with an item of 505, the grouted riprap.
Di title na, kita man di title, apa yung naka-review ba, double barrel?
Tinamak ninyo na Kribul na.
Thank you po Vice Chair for coming and correct the on our brief description. So, Ma'am Diesel, take note that will be put on our bid bulletin. So, next project, the contract ID 26PL0018, the organizational outcome. 1. Ensure safe and reliable national road system asset preservation program. The rehabilitation, reconstruction, upgrading of damaged paved roads, tertiary roads, Malalaw National Road, and is Agbanawag Malalaw Bulu section. KO 523 plus 288 to KO 523 plus 414. Location, Tabok City, Kalinga, with an ABC of 2,668,540. Contract duration, 36 calendar days. And we have a brief description of the construction of 126 meter length by with barris by 0.28 meter thick PCCP, widening blank, 126 meter length, curb and gutter, and the reflectorized thermoplastic pavement. Bid opening will be on April 14, 2026. For the BOQ, same with the miscellaneous survey and staking, we have 1 lump sum, project billboard, signboard, 3 each, occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum with an ABC of 47,762.37. Traffic management, 1 lump sum. Mobilization, demobilization, 1 lump sum. The removal of actual structures, obstruction, 0.23 meter thick PCCP and reinforced, 214.57 square meter. Removal of actual structures, obstruction, curb and gutter, 126 linear meter. The surplus common excavation, 139.93 cubic meter. Subgrade preparation, common material, 1,014.8 square meter. The aggregate subbase course, 93.29 cubic meter. Portland cement concrete pavement, unreinforced to ATMM thick, 14 days, 932.9 square meter. For the curb and gutter, cast in place, 126 linear meter. The reflectorized thermoplastic pavement, markings white, 14.85 square meter. The reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, yellow, 18.90 square meter. That's all for the BOQ. For the equipment, Low bed trailer with prime mover, safe loading truck 1, dump truck 2, but 2 on. Payloader 1, water truck 1, backhoe with breaker 1, but own. Motorized road grader 1, road roller 1, transit mixer 1, but own. Cargo delivery truck 1, applicator machine 1, and kneading machine 1. We have here also the department order number 11 series of 2017, the minimum materials testing equipment, and this should be owned by the contractor. For the key personnel, we have the project manager 1 year, project engineer, PE must be DPWH accredited, materials engineer must be DPWH accredited, and the foreman 1 year experience. First aider with photocopy of certificate of first aid training issued by the Red Cross or by any organization accredited by the same in compliance to all requirements subject to DO 241 series of 2024 on the submission of CSP approved by the Hope District Engineer and valid first aider ID from PNRC. The construction site safety officer with photocopy of certificate of completion on the basic OSH course issued by DOL, BWC accredited safety training organization or recognized institutions. Include contact number, address, tax identification number, machine copy of PRC, and the same with the materials engineer and project engineer for the accreditation. We have here the contract ID 26PL0019. The organizational outcome 1 ensure safe and reliable national road system network development program, road widening, tertiary roads, Rizal National Road, Babalag, Kinama, San Francisco section with KO 534 plus 054 to KO 534 plus 125. And the location, we have Rizal Kalinga, approved budget for the contract 1,511,160 pesos only. Contract duration 34 calendar days. You have the brief description, construction of 160 meter length with Baris width by 0.28 meter thick PCCP, widening block 23 meter length curb and gutter, and reflectorized thermoplastic pavement. Bid opening will be on April 14, 2026. The project billboard or signboard, we have 3 each. The occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum with an ABC of 48,105.58. For the traffic management, 1 lump sum. Mobilization, demobilization, 1 lump sum. For the removal of actual structure, obstruction, 0.23 meter thick PCCP, unreinforced, 36.53 square meter. For the removal of actual structures, obstruction, curb and gutter, 23 linear meter. Surplus common excavation, 187.89 cubic meter. The subgrade preparation, common material, 558.82 square meter. Aggregate subbase course, 59.07 cubic meter. For the Portland cement concrete pavement, unreinforced, 280 mm thick, 14 days. 529.12 square meter. Curb and gutter cast in place, 23 linear meter. For the reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, white, 30.12 square meter. For the equipment, we have the low bed trailer with prime mover or self-loading truck 1, dump truck 2 own, payloader 1, water truck 1 unit, backhoe with breaker 1 unit but own. Motorized road grader 1, road roller 1, transit mixer 1 but own. Cargo delivery truck 1, applicator machine 1, kneading machine 1. Again, we have here the minimum testing laboratory requirements and should be owned by the contractor. For the K personnel, the project manager must be 1 year. Project engineer must be DPWH accredited. Materials engineer, manuji amount na dito taman? May not. Not be DPWS accredited. For the foreman, 1 year experience. First aider with photocopy of course certificate of first aid training issued by the Red Cross or by any organization accredited by the same in compliance to all requirements, subject to DO 241 series of 2024 on the submission of CSP approved by the HOPE, the district engineer, and valid first aider ID from the Philippine National Red Cross. Construction site safety officer with photocopy of certificate of completion on the basic OSH course issued by DOL, BWC, the accredited safety training organizations or recognized institutions. Or the include also the contact number, address, tax identification number, machine copy of PRC, and the accreditation of both materials engineer and the project engineer. For the last project, contract ID 26PL0020, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, the BIP, access roads and or bridges from the national roads leading to major strategic public building facilities, improvement of roads at Barangay Matoknang, Station 0+000 to Station 0+250, City of Tabuk, Kalinga, and location Tabuk City, Kalinga, with an ABC of 4,851,000 pesos only. Contract duration, 65 calendar days.
Manay nga talita? 250 meters? 65 lang. Baka madamdaman, problema kayo time extension nila. Yung katok ng payo nila, ayan ni Kwa. Ayan.
For the nya, na nagbalimik na 58, ay, sa bali. For the nya, talagang kastan. Oo, talagang sa kano. So, impasada ken ni Chiproy ti bola. Okay. We have here the brief description. Construction of peda red na ay awan tatay. Ha? Okay. 250 meter length by 5 meter width by 0.23 meter thick PCCP. 100 meter length stone masonry and 104 meter length curb and gutter right side only. We have here the bid opening, April 14, 2026. For the miscellaneous survey and staking, 1 lump sum. Project billboard, signboard, 3 each.
Kurintaran yung survey. Sila yung survey.
Ay, 1. Kamti letter R. Survey and staking. The project billboard, signboard 3H, the occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum with an ABC of 126,410.87. Traffic management, 1 lump sum. Demobilization, 1 lump sum. The embankment from roadway structures common soil, 638.47 cubic meter. The embankment from Barrow, granular coarse material, 87.03 cubic meter. Subgrade preparation, common material, 1,500 square meter. For the aggregate subbase course, 280 cubic meter. The Portland cement concrete pavement, unreinforced to 30 mm thick, 14 days, 1,500 square meter. For the stone masonry, 208.17 cubic meter. Curb and gutter cast in place, 104 linear meter. For the equipment, 4 million. Low bed trailer with prime mover, as self-loading truck 1, dump truck 4, but at least 2 own. Payloader 1, water truck 1, backhoe 2, but at least 1 own. Motorized road grader 1, the road roller 1, the transit mixer 2, but at least 1 unit own. Cargo delivery truck 1. Any question from our prospective bidders or clarification? Please use the mic.
Thank you, sir. Dito equipment, sir, kat dito 10 cubic nga on dump truck kat mabalin nga ko kuma. Uri may isa lang kuma tapos i-convert ti 3 cubics tamad lang nga makapasok nga iti 10-wheeler ijay nga site.
Hanga makapasok ti 10 cubic.
10 cubic.
So anyway, that's the come out with the unit price, no? That's the computation.
Tauray ko mano duwalatan nga sag 5 cubic. Parehas naman.
Nyati aday jay dupa, Sir Alfred, jay aday yung 10. So kastamit lang jay question day di pre-procure. Kita niya jay kwato jay Sir Chris jay TWG. How can you verify that equipment? Niya jay kwato di jay no kasta nga 10 cubic. Ngem jay kwan jay prospective bidder kit jay babasit.
Masurot latta sir kat di minimum. So mabalin mat sir nga ko.
Agkwada ti for no data ti naikabi na talaga. For lot nga 10 cubics tapos additional kan ti kon ti 3 cubics or kuang ako. So ti ko latan. At least makada ti minimum requirements tayo sir. Hmm?
Kasanunok ka, di kunan nga two, at least two on. So,
Mr. Chairman, dito kat ko minimum equipment requirement niya. So kailangan i-comply tayo. Di actual construction to di no mabalin data 10 cubic di mini dump truck to sa rim. Name data for purposes iti bidding isu data ta minimum equipment requirement. So masapon mag-comply kayo. The actual construction to the ma'am.
Ta syempre no minimum lang dito mo minimum requirements lang.
and niya po prospective. Ngayon, mada 10 cubic mo. Ang problema dyan. So, ti pakita ma. So, nung no actual conforming to, babasit. Ngayon, ti kom lang, ti mapanday verify data eh. Importante, pakita mo dyan 10 cubic mo. Hindi ang problema dyan. Tapos siyempre, dagi dyan mapanag-verify nga TWG, biro kenda data 10 cubic.
Kung ang nagam dito minimum equipment requirements are established to ensure technical capability. Kung na, siyempre, kailangan ang dagamin dito nga minimum equipment. Requirement tapno may ensure nga da kayo kat capable. Diba? No, kung namat nga damat ti 10 10 wheeler mo di.
Okay, asyay. Discarte. Kunan ni nya. Importante verify mo kit addan pumasay jay capability as a contractor to provide that minimum major equipment on this particular project. Okay. So for the again, dito'y prospective bidder, dito'y laboratory must be on. Yeah. Minimum laboratory equipment. Ada kastoy mo nag-apply kan? Da? Okay. Kasi nakanote doon must be owned by the prospective bidder or the contractor. Take note of that. Again, the key personnel with the project manager, 1 year, the project engineer. Again, your project engineer should be accredited by DPWH. Materials engineer also must be DPWH accredited. 5+ ba ito? For me, may not. Okay? You can say. Okay, thanks. The foreman must be 1 year experience. First aider with photocopy of certificate of first aid training issued by the Red Cross or by any organization accredited by the same in compliance to all requirements subject to DO 241 series of 2024 on the submission of CSP approved by the Hope District Engineer and valid first aider ID from PNRC. The construction site safety officer with photocopy of certificate of completion on the basics or it's a course issued by DOL, BWC accredited safety training organizations or recognized institutions. Include contact number, address, tax identification number, machine copy of PRC, and also the accreditation of both the materials engineer and the project engineer. So that's it of our pre-bid conference. But before we close this procurement activities for today, any additional reminders to our prospective bidders, our back members and members of the back, if there are additional?
Sir, regarding jay kuwakuma, jay pagalaan mi ti aggregates mi kat medyo adayo. Ta iso gamin ti kasla nga na i-registered nga quarry mi kat jay dupag. Apay maikit cater ba sir nga jay dupag ti mabalin nga pagalaan mi ti aggregates mi?
For the information of our prospective bidders, we have only 2 accredited source map here for the Lower Kalinga District Engineering, one at the Kalbayan Pinokbok and one at the Pinagan. So the planning have done for the programming, they base at Pinagan quarry site, not in Dupag, since it's not registered as a quarry site.
When sir ta dagiti sendro gamin ket, di ba kitaan dyan ticket mi, nag-apply kami dati ticket mi. Kat dupag gamin ti address gamin dyan ticket mi eh. Ano lumabas ka ti checkpoint ket alaalaan naman ti ticket. So nga ijay lang ticket ko nga erase nung mabalin nga ijay kuma dupag.
Actually, the derivation ti unit cost mikit ko, CMPD plus J hauling cost lang. So, kami ngayon adapt gamin tata J production cost. So, iti aggregates CMPD price or tatanga CMPD price plus J ko lang, J hauling cost na. Iti derivation ti unit cost na nga naka-reflect ij ko dupa.
Siyempre, Sir Alfred, siyempre di hauling cost mo kat base lata ijay ni approve nga quarry site niya. Amo nga ko na nga di hauling cost mo kat inga na di dupag. Inga na lang ijay approve nga quarry site.
Yeah, okay na, sir. Yun. Han, paiyanod mo jay kwarmi jay dupag, ibangkam nga ita, mapan jay pinagan. Any other question from our prospective bidders? None? So, any reminders from back members or
Just a reminder, kadagiti ka. Just a reminder to all prospective bidders and those who are following us in the live streaming. We will be very strict in the verification of your equipments. During the bid opening, pag nalaman namin na incomplete or non-complying, wala na po yung hindi na namin i-entertain yung MR kasi mas matagal yung pag-ano ng MR kesa i-re-advertise natin. Okay? MR, usually, overall yan, entire Philippines ang mag-approve ng motion for reconsideration, lalong-lalo na kung ang yung the non-complying is coming from the procurement service in Manila. Our observation is and experience is yung MR will be acted upon or approved, whether that is approved or disapproved, after 1 month, 2 months, ganon. Whereas, pag hindi na nakaano, i-advertise namin ng 20 calendar days, pwede na ulit ma-bid. But we will still see the validity and relevancy of your MR if ever there will be an MR that will be received. Okay? So, ang advice ko, update all your documents at the procurement service for your eligibility check.
thank you, Sir Alex, for additional reminders to our prospective bidders. Some more from... So, if none, thank you, mga back members from the TWG, from the Secretariat, the Procurement Unit, from the Planning and Design section who prepared the program of work and design, our prospective bidders, same with our IT personnel who is in charge of our live streaming on our YouTube channel. Likewise, those who followed us in our live streaming. Thank you for your cooperation and participation on these procurement activities for today, the pre-bid of 6 infra project, and see you next on our procurement activities. Thank you, and our procurement activities for today, April 1st, 2026 is adjourned.